is in the last 9 months or so of me being in my private practice, I have myself experienced many women, whether they came as a couple or they came by themselves, they very abruptly discontinued their therapy. And I started to reflect and really think, what was going on here? And I noticed that after I had to confront them about something, I had to bring to their attention something they were doing that wasn't contributing to the health of the relationship, they became very defensive.
All right. All right, y'all. Welcome to the show. Welcome into the show, Secrets of the Mind of a Man, where we talk about how men think when it comes to dating, relationships, and love. And I'm your man, KTJ, former men's counselor turned love coach. And this is where we have these conversations, y'all. As y'all know, I'm not on the man's side. I'm not on the women's side. I'm on the side of intelligent truth. And we want to bring that to you here today. So look, if you guys are here for the first time, welcome to the show. Listen, we're building something different over here. We're not trying to put women against men. We're trying to figure out how we can understand each other and actually build something with each other. And we're doing that we're examining these videos. So don't come over here if you're looking for all information of me tearing down women, because I ain't doing that. Don't come over here if you're looking for me to pander to women. I ain't doing that either. Okay? We are just talking about the truth because I want you to find a good relationship if that's what you want. And I want you to stay away from things that are not good for you if that's what you want. All right? So let's get into this talk. We got this talk. Women today, women are quitting therapy. We're going to get into it today. Women are quitting therapy. Women are getting out of it. And you need to hear about this. Some of you men will feel real good about what you're going to hear here because you know that there's some truth to it. You have experienced it. And so it is what it is, y'all. So let's go with it. Let's hear what this therapist has to say. This is a therapist. She sits down with people, and she has sat down with women in therapy and has noticed a pattern. Let's hear it. And look, I got to play with the music a little bit because it's a little bit loud. I don't want to get demonetized. So here we go.
Very, just very harsh, and they stopped coming. And even though the husband would continue to come, he made it very clear that, yeah, she won't apologize. She thinks you're wrong. She thinks you're taking my side. And I began to really reflect like, oh my gosh, is it true that women don't apologize? Is it that women struggle with being held accountable? I'd love your thoughts on this. Me personally, I think it has to do with a person's level of emotional maturity. What do you think?
All right, here we go, y'all. Let's talk about it real quick. Before I get into what I got to say, I want y'all to drop what you have to say. Because listen, this is a community show over here. And I want to hear what y'all have to say. Do you feel like modern women of today, have a difficult time being held accountable? When I was a kid, I remember hearing it said pretty regularly that a lady reserves the right to change her mind. It was known that, thing we call the weather because the weather changes, right? We have grown accustomed to women having that position that, I don't want to do that anymore. I wanted to do this and not having to toe the line necessarily. We calling it out, y'all. Let's talk about it. So this therapist, she has noticed it. Now, look, here's what I want y'all to notice. It took her to all get to her therapy practice to realize that this is how women are. She had to get all the way to the therapy office, have people come into the office, and now the bell has gone off in her mind. Oh, wow. Women today can be difficult. Women today may not take accountability. What y'all think about this? Here it is from the beginning.
So I was talking to a male friend of mine the other day, And he told me that women don't apologize and women can't be held accountable. And
so a man told her that. A man told her women can't be held accountable and women don't apologize. Now, I have to tell you, that's hard to disagree with, because I know a lot of women, and the word "I'm sorry" does not fall out of their mouths quickly. The word "my bad," it was my fault, doesn't fall out of the mouth quickly. You know, it has to be kind of massaged out of them. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, it was my fault. So a man told her this. She didn't come to this idea on her own. A brother told her this, and she had to think about it. I wonder if there's some truth to this inaccountability of some of our modern women. Here we go.
I began to really think deeply about this idea. And one of the things that came across my mind is, in the last 9 months or so of me being in my private practice, I have myself experienced many women, whether they came as a couple or they came by themselves, they very abruptly discontinued their therapy. And I started to reflect and really think, what was going on here? And I noticed that after I had to confront them about something, I had to bring to their attention something they were doing that wasn't contributing to the health of the relationship, they became very defensive and very, just very harsh, and they stopped coming.
Look, we know that to be true. That doesn't surprise me at all. And look, and for you guys that for some people who don't understand, I'm an advocate of therapy. Listen, you can't do anything better for your life than to go and just let it out. You got childhood trauma, you have trauma from past relationships, you got trauma from your parents, you got trauma from things that have happened in society, and sometimes it can just be it can be bottled up so long and then it explodes, and you don't want it to explode at the wrong time. So I want to tell somebody, look, go to psychologytoday.com and sign up for therapy if you need it. Sign up for therapy. Listen, and if you think you big and bad and you don't need it, you probably need it more than anybody else. Okay. So now while we laughing and talking about these women who are being inaccountable, whatever the word is, let's talk about you. Let's talk about you. Some of the stuff that you're dealing with, it's because it's in your subconscious, it's in your mind, and you don't even know why you're doing the thing you're doing. You don't even know. Maybe that thing, look, I heard a guy talking about it, and it's the same for me. I was raised to clean my plate of food from a child. I grew up with parents who grew up with not much. And as an adult, I still cleaned my plate. Listen, I'll clean my plate to this day until I consciously say that's enough, right? So sometimes we're dealing with stuff from our past that we don't even know it is controlling us into our future. Let's get some more of this good therapist right here. Look, therapists are on your side, man. They're here to help your life. So get one if you need it. Let's keep going.
And even though the husband would continue to come, he made it very clear that,
Wait a minute. We can't let that slide by. That the man was willing to keep going to therapy. The man was willing to confront his issues. The man was willing to confront the things that were going on in his life and in his relationship. But the woman was not going. Look, I can remember in my relationship going to therapy I went to counseling with my pastor. And, for me, it felt like he was on my mate's side. Everything was the man's fault. Now, somebody could say a lot of things are a man's fault, but everything ain't a man's fault. All right. So you have to be wise about who you go and see. But But I just felt it interesting and noticed it was interesting that, this guy was that the man was the one going to therapy. It's usually the women who start and go, but the man had no problem with the accountability and being called on the carpet for what he did. We got to call it out, y'all.
She won't apologize. She thinks you're wrong. She thinks you're taking my side. And I began to really reflect, like, oh my gosh, is it true that women don't apologize? Is it that women struggle with?
Drop it in the comment right now. Is it true that women don't apologize? Yes or no? Type in the comment section. Do women apologize? You can type yes, women apologize, and no, women don't apologize.
Being held accountable. I'd love your thoughts on this. Me personally, I think it has to do with a person's level of emotional maturity. What do you think?
Okay, what y'all think? Has to do, I agree with the therapist. It has to do with a person's emotional maturity. If you can handle it. Some people can't handle it because they've never been pulled on the carpet and made to toe the line. Somebody's always done it for them. Oh, he'll do it for me. I heard a lady say the other day, she says, at my house, I don't do anything. I just turn my brain off. Everything is, my husband does the cooking, the cleaning, the this, the that, takes care of the bill, take care of this, take care of that. And he just does everything. And I just float around and just enjoy my soft life. And I'm like, ma'am, are you a child? I guarantee you, if that same husband tried to make her be accountable for something, he's going to struggle. So in this case, it might be the man's fault that things are what they are. All right. Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that like button on your way out of here, and we'll see you next time.